One of the reasons why Lisa and I decided to buy e-bikes was to explore commuting to work a couple days a week. Even though I had had experience riding on city streets since I was a kid, a commute to work seemed like a totally different animal. But when we started to try commuting, we found that with a little bit of planning and trial and error, not only was it doable, but it was a lot of fun. So if you're on the fence about commuting on your e-bike to work and are wondering if this is something for you, come along with us and we'll show you our commute in real time. Though it might make for a longer video, you'll get a real sense of what it takes to commute to work. So let's get started as we share some of our experiences and helpful tips along the way. All right, so we are here at our first type of road that we are going to be experiencing on our commute every day. And it is just a 2-lane road. It's a residential area. But the thing about it is you can see across the street over here is an elementary school. So there's going to be traffic at different times today for that. And this road also leads to some manufacturing businesses.
Yeah, so, like Scholastic, and so it gets busy. It
gets busy certain times of the day. So that's one thing to look for, is if you can modify your time that you are going through a particular area. If you know that that area is going to be busy at a particular time, then you can schedule yourself around that.
Right.
And so we're always modifying our route because we're just trying to make it more efficient and more safe.
Right. You know, sometimes it's construction, sometimes it's just, hey, let's try this. It might be a little bit faster, a little bit easier.
Right. So what we're going to do is that through this video, we're going to keep harping about route because route is important.
It is.
And I think it's probably one of the most important things because you're going to find places that are going to be easier for you to go to and places that are going to be a little scarier to go to. So what we'll do is that we'll get on the bikes here and we'll go down this 2-lane road first. We'll talk to you about the pitfalls of this road and some of the things that we like about it. So we'll see you on the road.
As you guys can see, we have sharrows.
Yeah, the sharrow.
What's a sharrow?
Yeah.
A sharrow is an arrow that you share. It's supposed to designate mixed-use roads that bikes can use the full lane, but the problem with all of that is cars don't notice it.
Right.
So they don't tend to respect it, and they get really pissed off. You know, when they have to give way to you using the road.
Right. I like to think of a sharrow as just the city's way of saying good luck.
Exactly.
That's what
exactly.
And you can see here that there's not a lot of traffic on this road, but this is where we're going to be using our mirrors to make sure nobody's coming up behind us.
That's right.
And stay away from these parked cars on the right-hand side. So as you can see, we've got to be all the way out here in the middle of the road.
Right, and I can see that there is a motorcycle coming behind us.
Yeah, so she's going to get over a little bit.
Yep.
And we're going to have to get a little more power to go up this hill.
Yep.
And we got to watch for these cars that are on
the right,
so they don't open the door and kill us. So, this is just one of the hazards. One of the hazards of being in a commute.
One of the hazards of commuting. You can see that just got real loud. Sorry, guys.
Right. And as you can see, Lisa's just running away from me because she's in like assist 25 or something.
Yeah, I forgot to take it back down after we popped up over the hill.
Right.
I'm down now.
All right. Well, maybe I can catch up with her. Or maybe she'll slow down so I can catch up with her.
I have slowed down.
All right. Sounds good. All right, and if you hear any static on here, it's because we're communicating back and forth with our helmets.
Right.
So
I'm cutting through the parking lot of this old business right here.
Yep. Again, a route.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't say if it's a whole bunch, but it does at least temporarily keep us out of the street.
Right.
All right.
And you can see that that's the thing. There are no real protected bike lanes, and luckily, most people tend to look, but sometimes you get those people that just charge out.
Right.
So you always have to be vigilant.
Right.
But that's the thing. When you are figuring out your route, I mean, it sounds like a no-brainer, but try to pick roads that have very, very, very little traffic, and then minimize your exposure to any traffic.
Right. Now, in this video, you're probably going to see us blow through some lights.
Right.
You're going to see us blow through some stop signs. But in another video, we're going to tell you our philosophy on that. But for now, I will tell you that all you need to do is think about how people actually roll through stop signs when they're in cars. So that's part of what I'm talking about.
Right.
If you feel safe going through a light when no one's there, then do so. But if you're afraid of the laws in your situation, then you need to make sure that you keep your local laws.
Right.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with. It's like I said, if we come to a four-way stop and there is nobody there, then we feel pretty comfortable just going ahead, but we're not telling you to do that.
Right. So we're going to stop here because we have gone to a place where there is a actual bike path.
Right, and we want to talk to you about that here and
Just a second.
Explain to you everything about it.
All right.
We've stopped on this section of road because it's different than the last section of road we were on. It actually has a designated bike lane, but the only problem is that designated bike lane was an afterthought. It wasn't planned that way originally. So it's on the other side of the parked cars. There's no protection from anybody going by. So even though it's marginally safer than the last road we were on, it's still not ideal.
And we're also on the right-hand side. We've got cars parked there.
Yep.
And, I've caught a door before, so I'm real sensitive to that. So really, it is better than not having anything.
It is.
But it's still a problem that you have to watch out for.
That's right.
But it's one of those kind of things where at least people see that there is a lane there for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue on this road. We'll point some stuff out to you guys, and then we'll see you when we stop again.
So we're going down this designated bike lane.
Bike lane, yeah.
But as you can see, here, let me get over here in front of Lisa so you can kind of get an idea how close we are to the cars here. As you can imagine, if somebody comes out and decides that they want to open their door,
you're kind of toast.
We're kind of done, okay?
Yeah.
So as a consequence, we have to keep an eye out and make sure that nobody's coming. And right out here in the middle of the street anyway.
Morning.
How's it going? That's one of the things that we like about our commute is
we get to see the same people and wave at them, and it just feels so connected.
Yeah. When you're in a car, you just don't get that same feeling because you can't see a person's eyeballs.
Right. There's nothing personal about riding in a car. It's just something about being outside and being able to connect with people. Morning. Which is just great. It makes you feel better, I believe, for the entire day.
Yeah. Now, while we were talking there, behind us, now here's a pitfall here. Okay,
yep,
so somebody come in, maybe they don't see us. So even though you're in a bike lane, you're still on the road, so people may not see you.
Right.
But what I was going to say was while we were talking back there, in the middle of the bike lane, which is pretty common, somebody was parked and looked like they had some sort of a construction crane there.
Right.
And that you got to go around. So,
yeah.
It really is a kind of an afterthought.
Right. It's when from what I understand in the Netherlands, when they talk about their roads, they talk about the weakest to the hardiest. Basically, the person who gets priority is the pedestrian.
Right.
And then it's the bike rider, and then it's the car.
Right.
So they've set things up a little bit differently than what we have. Here, car is king.
Right.
And because of that, we have to watch.
Right. So you got to keep an eye out. We're going to go over here, and we're going to set up and tell you about the next section that we're going to, which is a downtown area.
That's right.
Okay, so now we are at the downtown area. Now the downtown area is busier. much busier. And the reason why it's busier, of course, is because there's lots of businesses down here, people doing, they're going in and out of their work. There are folks going to breakfast, there's people going to lunch. It depends on what time of day that you're going through here. But Jefferson City is also the capital city of Missouri, and there's lots of
government
airplanes.
Buildings. Yes.
No, there's lots of government buildings, right? So there's lots of folks that are going to be generated in this one area. So you really have to watch for traffic.
Right. There's people coming out of alleys doing deliveries.
Yep, deliveries.
There's just people talking to each other, not noticing you as you're trying to make your way down the street.
Yeah, you're the last thing that they're going to see.
Right.
So keep an eye out when you go through here. Now, you might want to consider doing what we did. Since High Street for us is the most busy street in this area that we have to go through to get to our store, then we just kind of made a slight detour and we go around the Capitol building, go through the Capitol complex, and it's just a lot less traffic there. And we'll show you that. I'll just show you that right now. And as you can see, there we go again. We got to stay away from the parked cars.
Right, which means that we have to be more out in traffic than we want to be.
Lisa's flying again.
I know. I'm sorry I got going down the hill.
She's used to when we're coming here every day rather than we're trying to record it today. So now here's one where we're going to blow through here and you guys are going to get mad at us.
We just figured that if there is nobody coming all four ways, that we might as well go. It's not helping us to sit at the light for 45 seconds to a minute.
Right. And here we go where we are cutting through
the Capitol area.
Yeah, Capitol area. And this little area right here we've been cutting through because this is a driveway basically that goes to the parking garage over here. And so there's no traffic. As you can see on the left, there's going to be traffic coming up. You can see that in the camera. I don't know if you see that. But anyway, so in this area, there's also the main road, but we cut over here.
Yeah, this is a
bus loading area.
Yeah, because there's very few times there are actually buses over here loading and unloading.
Right.
But it's almost always free and clear of cars.
Right.
There is handicap parking over here, but again, like I said, it's just not as busy as it is on the rest of the main area.
And again, like I said before, it is all about route.
Yep.
Just making as safe and efficient as you possibly can.
Right. And because you could pick a route, but if you get to work tense and upset because you've got a really difficult route, that's not helping you. All
right,
that's not the reason you want to ride.
Okay, again, it's going to be one of those days where we can see every way, and we got a slight rise, so we're going to blow through this stop sign.
Right.
And I can hear a whole bunch of people screaming right now.
That's right.
But you know what?
You can hear all the tortured souls screaming in torment.
But you know what? That is the whole deal. You have to find your comfort level in what you do.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, just a few weeks ago, Lisa and I were riding along, and we stopped at a stop sign, and there was nobody there, and there was a policeman there, and we said hi to that policeman just as we blew through the light, and he did nothing. So at least in my area, they got more to do than to mess with a bunch of old people who are trying to get to work.
Lights on their bike and trying to get to work.
Now look how lucky we are here. Now this is a main thoroughfare right here, McCarty Street.
Yep, and we're lucky enough to hit with the green light.
We got the light.
That's right.
So we're good. So now we're starting to come out of that area that is the downtown area and going to really the most dangerous part of
our commute.
Go ahead and go through here, Lacey, and get that going.
And I'll show them how we come up.
Right. So we come up here. It's going to be probably a little loud here. But we roll up here, and Lisa hit the light, right?
Yep.
All right. So we have to get across 4 lanes of traffic here, plus a turn lane. So we have the light with us.
But you still have to watch.
You still have to watch.
And we've got this big old light post here, but we try to post up behind it because, what if somebody doesn't stop or lose their brakes and Green's off over here. We're toast. We're dead.
All right, as soon as we get across here, we're going to be in one of the most safe areas that we have on our commute.
On our whole ride, yep.
Right. So we keep an eye on this, make sure nobody is turning on the right.
Right.
And we feel good, and we turn onto the street here that is practically dead.
Right.
It is an old street that really doesn't go straight through anymore.
Right.
It's just access to the hotel here, and so they've designated a bike route. But again, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to post up, and I'm going to show you something.
Right. We're going to talk to you about this particular area and why we chose it as part of our route.
All right. So this area right here, I needed to stop to show you something. Now this road here is completely desolate. I mean, there's nobody on this road because this road is
it doesn't go through anymore.
It doesn't go completely through anymore. So it's a good road to go on. Now, the only thing is because of that, the city has designated this a bike route. So they put a sharrow on the ground, and they put this nifty sign up here that says that we need to turn left here. Now, if we turn left here, then we're going to be going down this neighborhood that takes us right back into a bunch of traffic.
Right.
So we don't want to do that. Again, route is king. So we're going to show you where we go on this route to make it just a little more palatable for us. Instead of going back into traffic, what we're going to do is that we're going to continue down this road and wait for this truck to scream. They're going to kill me. And so we're going to go down this road, and we're going to find an alley, a little hidden alley down here, and turn onto that alley, which takes us into a parking lot, believe it or not, so that we don't have to deal with traffic at all.
That's right. So
we'll show you that right now. Okay, we are going to ignore that sign. We're going to just continue on down the road. Now, we like this road because I don't know if you guys can see those, but there's little groundhogs.
Groundhogs everywhere.
All over the place over here. But those groundhogs are here every day.
They are. It's
usually
crazy.
Like 6 of them most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they just live in that giant, whatever flower that is, patch. I think they just live under there.
Right. So anyway, here we go. We're at the end of the street, but here's this little alleyway that we can go down. And as you can see, nobody is on this one.
Right.
There's usually a bunch of geese here in the morning.
It was kind of neat during the spring. They had all their goslings with them, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, which is another reason that we like to ride our bikes. We'd miss things like that. If we were just sitting in our look-alike box, our car.
Yep.
And see, here we go. We said it didn't have much traffic. We didn't say it didn't have any.
Okay. Because we're going across another street here. This is one of the streets that they were going to have us go across. So what we're doing is that we went down that alley, and this alley happens to feed right into a parking lot here of this beverage distributor.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. So it's good, to find places like this, even though the city might tell you that this is where the bike route is. This is much safer.
It is. So that's why we are just hammering home the idea that you really need to plan your route.
Plan your route.
Not only do you need to plan your route, pick a day like Sunday when there's absolutely no traffic.
Yep.
And if you need to, drive it first.
Yep.
And then once you get familiar with it, then take your bike out.
Now I want to stop here for just a second because we're coming outside of this parking lot, and I just want to show you that this is what we were avoiding, is that we had to go down 2 blocks of something like this and then another full block just to get to this area. So as you can see, we have to go across this street, and then we get to our favorite part of our commute, which is a protected bike path.
That's right, we love it.
All right, so I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna show you how we get across the street. There is a bike lane here, so we're gonna use this bike lane right here. And
this is one of the crossings.
I'm gonna get on the sidewalk here.
Yeah, this is one of the crossings that they've recently put in, and they actually put a light, a flashing light.
Right.
And
So
you can hit that flashing light, and,
Yeah.
and people theoretically will stop for you. We've done that, and we've had people still blow through. So you still have to be vigilant.
Right. So I just push the button here, and luckily there's nobody coming anyway, so we're going to go
So we can just
across.
go. That's right.
Right. And then we want to tell you about this area that we are entering into right now.
We've stopped here at the beginning of the Jeff City bike trail. It's a protected bike trail, pedestrian trail.
This one's called the Weirs Creek Trail.
Yeah, it's called the Weirs Creek Trail.
Yep.
And this is where we begin the protected part of our ride. It's been about 2 miles, and it's another 2.5 miles to our store.
Yeah, it's about 4 miles from
Altogether.
4.5 miles from
Altogether.
our house to our store.
Right.
And we're at 2 miles here.
Right.
And so we have another 2.5 miles of protected lane.
Right, so we don't have to worry about cars. Now, there are a couple of Main Street crossings, but they, as I mentioned before, they've put some new lights in.
Yep.
So it's a lot better than it used to be.
Right, so you just pull right up to that intersection and the lights automatically start flashing.
That's right.
And lets the cars know that there's somebody there at that crossing. And also another good thing that you're going to see as those crossings are also speed humped.
Right.
So they're just doubly.
Yeah, the cars are forced
Yeah.
to slow down. So
Yeah.
even if they don't see you, there's a speed hump. So God forbid they should hit you, it's still going to be at a lower speed than it would have been.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
what we're going to do is we are just going to hop on our bikes, and we are going to let you enjoy some of this beautiful protected bike trail with us.
Right.
As we ride the rest of the way to our store.
Folks, you got to know from other videos that I'm not a real big fan of our city's infrastructure, okay? But this surprises me.
That it is as good as it is.
Yeah, this is about the best part of our infrastructure that there is. Maybe because we're a little biased toward it because this is what we have to use every morning to get to work, and it works out wonderful for us. Maybe that's what it is. But we do appreciate this infrastructure.
It just, it makes it so much nicer. This is where you get your mental health in the mornings.
Yep, yep.
And you see a lot of people over to the left over here. They just built a brand new pickleball court.
Yep.
So there's, always people over there. It's just super nice.
Yep. And our kind of people, which means old people.
That's right.
So, it's just kind of a good area. In the morning we come through here. The reason why I'm joking about old people is because they're retired folks. And, they're coming out in the morning. They've got something to do in this area. And you know what? I would love for some of those people to check out our channel and start to commute over there. As a matter of fact, we've seen a couple of times where
we have
people are on their bike going over and playing a little pickleball.
In fact, I hope we see them this morning, but there is a darling older than us because we're old, and they have started recently coming out on trikes. They've got these big, are they powered electric? I don't
think they are e-trikes. I think they are just regular old trikes. But, we've started, maybe, since we go through here every single morning, we start to see them, and now, we're kind of buddies.
Yeah, we wave at them, we say hi. It's nice. It feels like a nice sense of community in the mornings.
Right. And that's a lot better than the alternative for us. It's sitting in traffic, screaming at the guy ahead of you. It's just not.
You get no connection.
None.
You just, it's quick. That's nice. And don't get us wrong. We love our car. When it's really, really cold, or if it's just way too hot, then that's what our car is for.
Yep.
Good morning.
How's it going? So here's one of those really cool little cross areas, and you can see there's a car coming up on the right, and they got to go through the hump.
Right.
And then we can go.
And this is one of the crossings that we were talking about that has a light.
An automatic light.
Right.
So we don't have to go press a button or anything.
Right.
And it works out good.
The area that we're passing through here is called Washington Park, and it is, just part of what we love about Jeff City. It's this part of it, the infrastructure here. It's just so nice. You have a ball field over there. You have people in and out of this section all the time. So this is another reason that we like coming through here during the day.
Yeah, now one of the things about this trail is that it is shared. We share this trail
with pedestrians.
With pedestrians, and a lot of the pedestrians come from the Missouri Department of Transportation, our MoDOT, and the folks that come out here, again, it turns into kind of regulars.
Right.
We see them, we say hi to them every morning, they say hi to us.
Right.
And, you know, I'm not sure how it is on their end, but I look forward to seeing them.
Right. Another thing that we love about this trail is something that's going to come up here in just a minute. It is on one of the busiest.
How's it going? How's it going?
Good morning. Hey. One of the busiest shopping areas in Jeff City.
Yeah.
It has lots and lots of restaurants. There's McDonald's. There's every fast food restaurant you could ever imagine. There's grocery stores, Walmart. So this is all connected for us. So a lot of the time, it's very convenient if we're either coming home from work or going to work to be able to stop and grab something.
Okay, guys, show you this here. Got to interrupt this real quick. This right here is our favorite part, right here. It goes under this bridge, it goes down, and we get to use our throttle. It's the only place that we use our throttle.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever talked about that, but we try not to use our throttles as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because we like to try to get the physical exercise.
Right.
But you know, there are just some places it's just awfully fun.
Right. Sorry about that. You were talking about something.
Oh, no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
You can see here that this is. We were talking about the Missouri Department of Transportation. This is.
Well, you were talking about the busy Missouri Boulevard over there, and that we have access to it. Well, one thing that's never lost on us is that here we are, carefree, riding along, smelling the roses, and if we had to use that road out there, it would be a way different experience.
It would basically be a horror show.
Right.
Yeah,
Because there's just traffic everywhere. There are parts of the boulevard that don't have sidewalks. They originally didn't build it with sidewalks. How's it going?
Hey. They didn't build the boulevard originally with sidewalks. So they've gone back and they've put them in different stretches. But you know, if there's no sidewalk, you just take your life in your hands. So we are thankful every day that we get to ride this trail, that we don't have to be out there.
Right. You know, one of the things that we like to talk about too is mindset. I believe in the US where we live, the mindset for commuting on a bike is really one of, you must be a child, or you must be a poor person, or someone who has a DWI or something.
Or you should have racing gear on.
Right, or you should have racing gear. And just the idea, here we are at
we're at another crossing here.
And we're just gonna see what happens here. These people are gonna let us go. We're gonna ease out, they let us go. We see in signals, perfect. Thank you. But anyway, back to that mentality of biking, cycling, especially commuting in the US, is that it's one of novelty.
Right. You know, people who do it, you know, there's something wrong. Why don't you have a car?
Right.
You know, it's hard for people to fathom the idea that you might want to go out and have physical activity, you know, not for stats and status, but for just because you like being outside.
Just like being outside.
Yeah, you want to be in the air. You want to be amongst people.
Right.
And that's the reason that we ride.
Right. And so, you know, it's a different mindset.
Right.
And if you're thinking about, you know, starting a commute, then it's a good way to do some baby steps.
Right.
Like Lisa said, you know, try to do 1 day a week. Try it out. See if it works for you.
Right, just start slow.
And like you said, go on a Sunday. You know what? Go in your car first to pick yourself a route and see if that route works for you. and then try it with your bike and see,
and do it. Just do it one day a week. Pick
Yep.
the least stressful day
Yep.
of your week, the day that you know is going to be easy. Monday's probably not going to be the day.
Right.
And just try riding it.
Right.
And see how it makes you feel. If it's a little scary, that's okay, but stick with it for at least a week.
Right.
At least a week.
We started out, doing, we thought, we're going to just do it every single day. Well, when we first started out, it didn't turn into every single day. It was just, sporadic.
Right.
But the more that we did it, the more we were kind of open to just going, well, why not ride today?
Right.
And then when the excuses come up, because I'm tired and because I'm whatever.
It's hot, it's cold.
It's hot, it's cold, yeah. All those excuses come up, but if you just fight through those and go, I'm gonna try it anyway, by the time you get on your bike and you're riding along and there's nice breeze in your face,
You
and
won't
you get
even
to say hi
remember
to folks,
those excuses.
You forget about it. So it's just a mindset, just habits.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? So we're coming around an area here where it's turning into more of an industrial area because that's
office park.
Office park. That's where our store is, and so we're getting further and further away from the
main road.
The main road, so it's quieter down here, and folks use this all the time for exercising.
In fact, there is. You'll see there's a building off to your right. Just before we get to our turn to our store, and that's the animal shelter.
Yeah.
So we get the supreme privilege of when we take a break about 10:30 in the mornings, we come down here to the trail. They've got a bench there, and the lady who walks the dogs is down there most of the time.
So we get to see the puppies.
That's right.
I don't know if you guys have seen that we are pretty much puppy people.
Yeah, we are dog people.
So we're puppy parents, and anytime we get a chance to see a dog, you guys are going to get to see dogs too.
Morning.
Morning. I think he was. I think he was
the young
singing.
man was rapping.
That's good. So yeah, you get to hear people having fun in their lives, not screaming at the person in front of them in the car.
There's the animal shelter I was talking about.
Yep, there's the animal shelter. And this is where we get off this trail, and just for, I don't know, maybe 50 feet, we have to be on the road. Enough that we don't even go over on the other side. We just stay on the same side of the road. So we're gonna see a car here looking right at our faces.
Yeah, we'll see a car here, but we'll just kind of lollygag a little bit, and then I'll flip around.
All right, here we go. And we always get here and we think we're saved.
Actually, sometimes I get to the door and I just say, Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So here we are. We've arrived.
We have arrived
at our
safely.
Store. And let's get.
We're going to get inside, and then we're going to get back to you with some conclusions.
And don't go away, as they say
on TV.
In the 70s. Don't go away, because we do have some more information here on what you need to be doing with your bike once you get it here. So stay tuned for that.
So we made it to work, and we were going to film this in front of our business, but there's two things. It's a parking lot, so it's hotter than the surface of the sun.
Yeah, it's hot over there.
It is. Yeah. And then the other thing is there's a big air conditioning unit that likes to cut on right when we're talking about
And we're
stuff.
not going to be able to hear us. So
right.
We came down here on the trail.
Back on the trail, and there's a bench here, so we thought, we thought we would just, give you our conclusions and actually answer a few more questions.
Right.
Because there's a few things that we didn't cover. We showed you the streets and stuff, but there's probably other things that you have a question about. Probably pretty practical things.
Well, one of the things that I want to cover is, now that you've got your bike here,
right
now where you're going to park it. So for us, we're pretty lucky because we own our business, and so we have full reign on.
Right, so we just bring our bikes into the store, and we have some corners that we can put them in.
Right.
If you're not lucky to have the luxury of having your own business to do that with,
exactly.
Talk to your employer. There may be a shed on the property, or there may be an unused maintenance room or something like that. And if that's not possible,
It's like we've said before.
Right.
The thing with it is somebody's going to steal your bike unless you make it hard for them to
steal
do
it.
so.
Yeah.
So that means make sure that if you park your bike, you're going to park it in a place where it's very visible. People are going to be going in and out of. That sounds kind of counterintuitive, but you want visibility because people are going to notice if someone pulls out a grinder and starts cutting away at
your chain or your U-lock.
Right. Weather might be another situation.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
If you're that might be a good excuse for you not to ride on a rainy day, is because you got to leave your bike out all day. Okay.
Right. And because I'm old, I'm going to check my notes because I believe that what I have to say next is just a few questions that I know that people have. Number one, what do we wear?
Right.
Obviously, we wear what we wear to work. And we are in an industry that we don't have to dress up.
Right.
But I have dressed up and ridden my bike to work,
Yep.
Because I had an event or I had something that we needed to do.
Yep.
If it's hot, and you get all sweaty, then consider bringing some clothes that you can change into.
Right.
Also consider leaving maybe a half hour early, and that way, if you do need to change your clothes.
Right.
Or, if you take it a little slower so you just don't get as hot and sweaty.
Well, you are on an e-bike.
Yes.
So that's the advantage of an e-bike.
Right.
You don't have to work as hard as you would if you were on just a regular old,
Acoustic bike.
acoustic bike.
That's right. And then the next consideration is one that I'm about to show you.
Uh-oh.
If you're a girl, for a guy, this probably doesn't
Well, hold
mean
on. It's a
anything.
guy too. Wait a minute, because pull it off. See what we got.
Yep.
Look at that.
Helmet hair.
Helmet hair everywhere.
Since we own business, like we keep saying ad nauseum, I have the luxury of being able to walk in, go into the bathroom. I've got my supplies. I can do my hair there.
Right.
If it really means something to you, then you have an employer that is understanding, they get to work a half an hour early and fix your hair if that's what you need to do.
Right.
If you just can't be bothered, then wear it pulled back. But for a woman, you just don't think about things like that, but it is a consideration.
Yeah, it is part of it. And,
Right.
and if you're just really just like mercenary like me, then just let it fall out. I don't think that.
I don't have that option. I got a lot of hair. It would take a long time for it to fall out.
But it is a consideration. I mean,
Right.
small things like this that you might think are small, that might be something that's a deal breaker for you.
Right.
So we want to point that kind of thing out. And Lisa's always struggling with it,
Right,
She's
right,
always
right.
like, oh, I want my hair to look nice. Pull the helmet off.
Well, because
is
we
what it
do have
is.
clients come in, I want to talk to them. So the compromises that I make is that I just do my hair after I get to work.
Yep.
Another question is, how do we get food? How do we get supplies back and forth?
Right.
You've seen our panniers on our bikes, and any of our other videos, we always have panniers.
Yep.
And that's how we carry food back and forth.
Food for lunch.
Right.
I may have to bring my laptop in. I have a computer at my store, but I do video editing or I do types
your
of
laptop.
things that are personal to me and not business. So I'll bring my laptop in and do that on the side. So I've got to stick that in there.
The one thing I don't think that we've covered is the actual reasons why we commute to work.
Yeah.
And I think there's 4 things. I'm gonna name them off and we'll talk about them a little bit. It's our physical health.
Physical health.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our mental health.
Yep.
Simply, we're cheap. Money.
Money.
And we'll explain that in a minute.
Yep.
And then there's just that save the planet thing.
Yep.
We're not using as much gas.
Right.
So.
Right.
So I've just noticed that with our physical health, both of us have dropped, a little more weight.
Right.
Both of us, we just seem to have less aches and pains.
Yep.
It keeps our joints happy so that
Yep.
we can move the way that we need to.
I'm getting distracted because there's a little puppy
There's a
walking up
dog.
the thing
Yeah,
here. But
we
anyway,
mentioned that the lady
sorry
walks the
about that.
dogs along here. So.
Yeah.
And then there's the mental health aspect.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Let me speak for that.
All right.
Because I'm stressed out all the time. And like I said, most of the time I'll drive in the mornings if we're taking the car. And by the time I get to work, I ain't right, okay?
Right.
I just ain't right because I'm yelling at people, you know, get out of the way, whatever I got to do. Get on my bike, like you just saw this morning. How many people do we say, hey, how's it going?
Right.
Those are just regulars. Those
That's
people
right.
that we're dealing with all the time, every single morning that puts a smile on our face.
Right.
So the mental health part of it is just that
Can't be
simple.
understated
Yeah.
how much it has helped.
Yeah, yeah.
And then now we're to the cheap part of the equation.
Yeah, we're cheap.
We are cheap. Yes, we originally paid, I think it was $1,300 altogether for our bikes a piece.
Yeah.
But we very rarely buy gas now.
Yeah.
Because we use our bikes so much more often than our car.
Yeah.
In fact, on our phones, there's a function where you can see the difference between your driving distance and your riding distance.
Right.
And a lot of months we have
Almost.
a lot more riding
Yeah.
than we do driving.
Depending on the month, sometimes we double it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if it's raining,
Yep.
if it's super cold,
Super
if
hot.
it's super hot,
Yep.
then we do take the car. We're not anti-car. We just don't want to drive it as much as we used to.
Right.
So it's just we don't have to get gas very often. We have less wear and tear on the car.
Yep.
And when we do get in the car, it's usually kind of a treat because we're going somewhere,
Well, we're
somewhere
going
we
somewhere.
can't get to on our bikes.
But as a side note, I get in there and I really don't know where my stuff is. You know,
That's right.
I haven't driven it in so long. I might not even set in it for 2 weeks.
Right,
And
right,
I'm sitting
right.
there and I'm like, oh, I don't know where anything is. It's just that weird.
Right.
So that's a benefit.
That's right. And then the last consideration is save the planet. We try to do our part.
Yep.
We reuse plastic. We have very little waste at home.
Yep. We're a couple old hippies. That's
Yeah,
just
we're a
what it
couple
is.
of old
Okay.
hippies. We love being able to come out and breathe beautiful fresh air and see the gorgeous sun and have the beautiful shady trees around us.
Yeah.
And we're going to mess that up and we're going to lose all of that. So we try to do our part.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just the small things. And again, maybe we have a false sense of helping, but at least we're helping a
Yeah,
little bit.
we're doing what we can.
So anyway,
I think really that's about all I've got to
Yeah.
say about us commuting. I'm going to
Yeah.
check my notes real quick.
and I'll just say that if you're on the fence about trying to start commuting, then again, my biggest takeaways are you really just need to take your time as far as planning it. Plan your route.
Planning is king.
Yeah, plan your route. Go and like I said, with your car, do a dry run and make sure that's the way you want to go. Experiment with those routes. Make sure that that's the route that you want to do. And then
Right.
like on a Sunday or a day that it's not busy, then do it on your bike and
Right.
see if that's comfortable for you
Right.
or if you need to change that route again.
Or bring a friend. If it feels
Yep.
weird to do it by yourself on that Sunday that you're riding it to check your route, bring
Yep.
a friend.
Yeah,
you
bother someone else.
Yeah, have them come with you and ride the route and see how you feel about it.
Right.
The things that we do, you might have a whole different routine. And in
Right.
fact, it would be great if you would drop that routine in the comments
Right.
or any questions you have about things that we didn't cover, because I'm sure there's
sure we
things
forgot
that were
something.
obvious that we didn't think about.
Yeah.
So
So, and also if you would like to see our return trip home on our commute,
Right.
because it's different
It is
than
different.
our trip,
our trip
to work.
because of terrain.
Terrain, yeah, the
there's a
terrain.
lot of hills that we try to avoid. We used to cross at the same place on the highway coming home that we did leaving, but because of the way the highway is set up, we cross at a different point because
Yeah.
it's much more comfortable.
Different time of the day.
Right.
All right, so I think we're done with that.
I think so.
And if you have found some value in this video, we want to ask you to
Like
subscribe
and get your butt outside.
and commute.
Yes.
See you in the next video.